Hi guys, welcome back to the channel again. Just wanted to introduce you to the Bosch Indego S+500. This is the connected Bosch auto mower. I'm going to get on straight on with it because it bugs me when people go on for hours. There it is, living in its little house. Excuse the house because it's just temporary. It doesn't really suit the mower, but I had a few disappointments with it, to be honest. Although I bought the mower, it cuts these lines, has a feature on it called Logic Cut. It sort of measures the garden, it goes all around the garden. Ours is 105 square metres. It measures all garden, it just goes around on a boundary. It has no guide wire to return it, it follows the boundary wire home, which is a bit better. So yeah, called Logic Cut the feature. So you can have it on or off. If you want it off, the mower would just do random cuts, just like a cheaper auto mower that you might get for sort of £300 or £400. The problem is with this one, I've had a couple of issues with it. I've been on to Bosch about it. What basically happens is, every time the mower comes out, if it's cutting in this area towards the house, as soon as it gets to the house, or the mower base, if the house isn't there by the way, it just rolls over the base. It's like doesn't recognise it, even though when it's done its mapping of the garden, it goes all the way around the garden. When it comes to the base and bumps it gently, it comes up with it and says, is this the base? And you have to click yes, and it knows it's the base then. But for some reason it will not avoid the base and keeps crashing into it. And the problem is, when it's doing its nice little lines, as soon as it's hit the base, it messes the lines up. It sort of puts it out of sync where the lines are. So I've been on to Bosch 5 or 6 times on emails, and they've told me to change the wire ID on it. There's only 4 on there. I've changed it to all 4 now. Apparently it gives different tolerances to interference. Obviously there's not really any interference in the garden here because there's hardly any electrical stuff out here. It's not like it's running around in the middle of a car production plant. So I've tried that, it's made no difference. I've not been over impressed with Bosch. Also, when you first get them, or you first start looking for one, let's say on Amazon, if you type in the S+500, the price is a lot more money than if you just type in the S500 and add the connectivity back. It's a little clever thing that Amazon are doing. So type in S500 Bosch Indego and then add the connectivity back, and you will end up with the S500 Plus. So that's worth having. It's cloud connected. You can tell it, although I couldn't at first, from Alexa to start to mow, or pause or go home. You can do it from an app on your phone as well, which is quite handy really. Like I saw the wife sunbathing the other day, so I stopped the mower in its tracks, and then once you put the sunbed away type of thing, I said it go in again, so that was quite good. It does do some funny things. It has a smart feature, cutting feature on it, where what you can do is, trying to get you out of the sun here, what you can do is leave it to decide when it should come out. It knows what the weather is. It won't come out allegedly when it's raining, or whether it has come out once when it's raining. But to be honest with you, it's got 30 to 50 mil cut on it. The 30 isn't really short enough for me. It needs to be 20 really for me. So when it was leaving it for a few 2 or 3 days to come out and cut, it was leaving quite a bit of grass on the surface, which I don't want. The idea is it mulches it. That cuts down on your moss, it feeds your lawn, all them other things. So yeah, I might be doing a little modification to the blades on that so it cuts a bit lower than 30. So for the UK I think it needs to be a bit lower personally, but the smart feature, cutting feature, allegedly stops wear and tear on the grass, so it doesn't run on the grass if it doesn't need to. But we've had the Husqvarna 105 for nearly 7 years. It's conked out now and gone, and that's cut the grass twice a day throughout the season, every day for 7 years, and done a fantastic job until it went a bit doolally in its brain, and replacing the circuit board on it was more than getting another mower. So decided to spend £700 virtually on this one. £497 I think it was on Amazon. It came like the next day. Gonna see how it goes really. I don't know, I'm not sure if I like it or not. It does a few funny things I'm not happy about. It is noisy, a lot noisier than the Husqvarna 105, but obviously there's more, you know, a guide wire cable for the 105, but the 105 was virtually silent compared to this. And in between the 105 and this mower, I bought one of the older Flymo 1200Rs. You'd have seen them, they're everywhere. And that was really quiet as well, a lot quieter than this. So I don't know why Bosch haven't made this nice and quiet like them. I don't understand it really. Also, it's got two wheels on the front, and it's basically like almost like a piston that goes up inside the mower on both sides. When that's banging up and down, it's just like it's banging on plastic. It's quite noisy when it's in action. I'm not going to set it going now, but I might tag another video on the end of this with it in action. Like I say, the lines are quite nice, but it doesn't seem to cut the whole lawn every time it comes out either. If we have a look, don't know what you're going to see on the video, but you can see we've got nice lines here, pretty good, going right across here. Quite impressive how it does it really. But then if you come down here, you can see there's some other lines over there from the other day, because it'll only cut like half the garden in these lines, and then it'll go off somewhere else and do another bit. And the idea is they're meant to join up, but it doesn't really work that well. And down here you can see it didn't cut this bit at all yesterday. That's why it's just this nice colour. A few patches on the lawn at the minute because we've just treated it with weed feed and weed killer, moss killer and feed. So there's a few little dark patches on the lawn. It's normally really lush, but this is what you've got to do at least once a year. So that's about it. So just think on, like I say, with the Alexa thing and the app, that doesn't work until the mower's been out and done 3 cuts in the garden. So basically you're not going to get any of that working for the first couple of days until it's been out and done that, because it obviously finalises its mapping, I'm guessing. So every time you try to tell it to go out on Alexa, it just has an error or doesn't do it. Or if you do it on the app, it doesn't do it either. So it's a nice looking little mower. I'm not pulling it out right now. I'm going to tag another video on with this one later when it comes out. It's coming out at 5 o'clock to do a cut. So we'll see. Quite a simple setup really. Just a cable just goes right around the garden. And like I say, you know, up and down, in and out, roundabout, how's your father? And then back to its base. So it's quite good really. But noisy. I think the Bosch support is pretty rubbish at the moment. Anyway, I've told them today I'll be making a YouTube video. I'm not impressed at all, and I might be wanting to send the mower back, so hopefully that might get a bit of a spurt on with them. Okay guys, thanks for watching again. I'll catch you soon. Doing. That's a nice little area for some reason.
We are a crazy children.